Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. This is Jay, and we are here at From Heroes to Icons for our must-have comic book list. And this is our pull list. No doubt there are many other comic books coming out this week, but these are the books that caught my eye, and I thought that I would share them with you. As always, sometimes we get to the comic book store and the books are not there. But we can always count on our LCS owners to look out for us, especially when we have a pull box. Just would like to give a shout out to all of my subscribers, trying to get some equilibrium and a little traction on this channel. Things have changed quite a bit since the pandemic, etc. And I guess Reggie Collects calls it Voldemort, the name which cannot be named. And we're going to try to push forward in many different directions, but have our own little niche, I guess, over here at this channel. So bear with us as we try to do something old and something new, something borrowed, and hopefully we will keep you from feeling blue. First up, we could have this Lucy Claire Redemption trade paperback coming out on September 16th. And me personally, it's a good read. I haven't really heard anyone talk about it. I have all the single issues, missing one cover of all the issues. But I really kind of like this. I have daughters, and I guess seeing tough chicks fight for their family is just really cool for me. Plus, they're fighting werewolves and such. Can never go wrong with a good werewolf. Tom McFarlane seems to have struck gold again with Spawn 310. I believe this is the cover B drawn by McFarlane. And I'm not too sure what Spawn this is. He looks kind of like a ninja. Outstanding cover. So I guess we should be on the lookout for that. As with the Gunslinger Spawn cover that he did, I was only able to get one of those. Thankful for that. And I don't show stuff like this often, neither do I buy stuff like this often. But those that know Derek Chu, he has done variant covers for Supergirl, some really cool ones for Batgirl. I think he did one for Ruby and some other stuff. But I've never bought this book, Sacred Six. But this is one of those Lord have mercy moments. One of those oh yes moments. And this cover for the Secret Six, number 5 by Derek Chu. Man, oh man, I didn't think the dude had it in him. I really didn't. But this book is this cover right here is looking fire. But be on the lookout for that. I think that drops in October 21st, the week, 10 days before Halloween. Definitely a book to have in your collection, worthy to be slabbed. All right, we're going to get over with these comic books this week. Going to move over to Dark Horse. We got one book from them, Cyberpunk 2077. I guess it's going to come out, coincide with the video game. It's the surname of it is Trauma Team. This is written by Cullen Bunn with art by Miguel Valderrama. Valderrama is doing cover A, and cover B is a special edition variant by Samu Lin. Pretty dope. Moving on to the indies, we have Bad Mother number 2. And I don't know how Mike Deodato Jr. has found time to draw all of these comic books, but he's running on all cylinders. This is by Krista Faust and Mike Deodato Jr. The Green Hornet number 2 by Scott Lobdell and Anthony Marks. Lee Weeks is doing cover A, and Anthony Marks is doing cover B. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 109 by Sophie Campbell and Jody Nishijama. Nishijama is doing cover A, and there are, I think, 4 other covers, but I just highlighted the cover by John Boy Myers. Love that guy. Speaking of Deodato Jr., Resistance number 5 of 6 by J. Michael Straczynski and Mike Deodato Jr. This book has been pretty dope. Some people have different opinions of it, but very AWA has been knocking it out of the park. And that is it for our independence. Next up, we have Boom Studios. We have 2 from them this week. Red Mother number 8 by Jeremy Hahn and Danny Luckert. Jeremy Hahn is doing cover A, and Jeremy Wilson is doing cover B, which is, I believe, like a 1 in 10, 1 in 25. Something is Killing the Children number 10 by James Tinian IV and Weather Deladera. Deladera is doing cover A, and Christian Ward is doing cover B. And I believe that cover B already is selling for like $50 or something like that. It's a dope cover, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Next up, we're gonna go to Marvel Comics. We have The Amazing Spider-Man number 48 by Nick Spencer and Mark Bagley. Bagley is doing both cover A and cover B, and Gabriel Dell'Otto continues his, I'll call them off-book covers for The Amazing Spider-Man for cover C. Super dope. Captain Marvel 21 by Kelly Thompson and Corey Smith. Cover A is by Jorge Molina. Nice casket. Cover B, is by Jenny Frison. Fire. And cover C is by Marco Mistrazzo. Very nice. Empire Fallout Fantastic Four one-shot is by Dan Slott and Sean Isaacs. Cover A is by R.B. Silva. Cover B is by Alan Davis. Cover C is by Carlin Carnero. And cover D is the Alex Ross timeless cover of Namor. The Magnificent Miss Marvel number 14 by Saladin Ahmed and Ming-Kyu Jung. I don't know how much further this book has, but I believe it's ending soon. It's one of those books that went to digital and then went back to print. What you're going to do with Marvel. Marauders number 12 by Jerry Dugan and Matteo Loai, and that has one cover by Russell Dodderman. It's good with Kate Pride, man. Y'all let me know. True Believers, we have 2 books from them. We have a New Mutants book and the X-Men, that 25th anniversary joint with Wolverine on the cover. The Rise of Ultraman, number 1 by Cal Higgins and Francesco Manna and Michael Cho. Super covers this week. Cover A by Alex Ross. This cover B here, which I believe is an incentive cover by Ed McGuinness. Cover C is by Addie Granoff. Cover D is by Oliver Copel. Gotta love him. Cover E is the action figure cover. Cover F is the old school TV show variant. Cover G is by Scotty Young, and cover H is the blank cover, so you could draw Ultraman yourself. Gets the big book everybody will probably be specking on and buying 100 variants for. Web of Venom number 1. This is, y'all know what I'm talking about. Gunslinger dude. Wraith. Lord have mercy. By Donnie Cates and Guo Villanova. Cal Hotz is doing cover A and Tyler Kirkham is doing cover B. There's another cover floating out there. It's like $88. Fire. Not showing it. DC Comics, last but not least. Maybe it's last. We have Batman and the Outsiders number 16 by Brian Hill and Dexter Soy. Cover A is by Tyler Kirkham and cover B is by Michael Golden. If you haven't picked these up, pick up these last 2 or 3 books. Definitely should have them in your collection. Just to have them or just to read them. Dark Knight's Death Metal Trinity Crisis by Scott Snyder and Francis Manipool. Manipool is doing cover A and Cal Hotz is doing cover B. You know, this death metal stuff, if you don't pre-order it, there's like a 90% chance you're not going to get it. And you're going to have to get the second prints. He had some guy come in the comic book shop last week looking for, I think, Death Metal 2. And he was like, oh, do you have the first print? No bueno for him. No bueno. And he didn't want the second print, so c'est la vie. DC Classics Batman Adventures number 4. I think that's a reprint of the old school Batman Adventures. One of my favorites, Flash number 761, continuing the Finish Line storyline. Kind of like how that flowed. By Joshua Williamson and Howard Porter. Howard Porter is doing cover A, and In-Huk Lee continues his awesome Super Red cover Bs. Green Lantern Season 2, number 7 by Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp. Liam Sharp is doing cover A, and Howard Porter gives us a really sharp-looking Hal Jordan for cover B. And I think this is Grant Morrison's swan song for DC. Who knows in the flow of time. Hawkman 27 by Robert Venditti and Fernando Parson. Mikael Hannen is doing cover A, and Gerardo Zaffino is doing cover B. Always got to try to give love to Robert Venditti. He's been killing it. Joker Harley Criminal Sanity number 5 by Kami Garcia and Miko Suyan. Francesco Mattina is doing cover A, and Miko Suyan is doing cover B. Justice League Odyssey 24 by Dan Abnett and Cliff Richards. Jose Ladron is doing cover A, and Jung Jian Yoon is doing cover B. Nightwing 74 by Dan Jurgens and Ryan Benjamin. Travis Moore is doing cover A, and Alan Qua is doing cover B. Hopefully Nightwing comes back to his senses in this issue, because they really laid waste to the Red Hood, which I really didn't care about. Just happy that Brett Booth did the pencils on that one. Superman number 25 by Brian Michael Bendis and Ivan Reis. Ivan Reis is doing cover A, and Brian Hitch is doing cover B. Last book for DC, and this book has been pretty hot since the new team hopped on it. Or maybe it's just Joshua Middleton's covers. Wonder Woman 762 by Mariko Tamaki and Carlos Barberi. Cover A is by David Marquez. Cover B is by Joshua Middleton. And cover C is a design cover by Mikael Hannen. And I got a new category this week, which I just separated it because it's so much. And this is for the books that have multiple printings. First, we have Spy Island, number 1, the second print, which just came out this week. Batman, the animated series continues, or the adventures continues, number 1. We have a second print of that. And we have Batman, the Adventure Continues, number 2, a second printing of that. Batman 90, a third print of that. It's really sick, black and white cover. Gotta have it. Got to have it. And The Last God number 2 gets a second print. Star Wars Bounty Hunter number 1 gets a third print, which I think is the same cover as the second print, but this is a black and whitish type variant. Star Wars Darth Vader number 3 gets a second print, which I believe this image is from the interior. And Strange Academy number 2 now gets a third print with this really nice spot color cover. Super dope. We have 3 reprints for Thor this week. Thor number 1 gets a third print. Thor number 3 gets a fourth print. And Thor number 4 gets a third print. I think they've gone too far. Although, as I said before, the beginning of Thor was fire. Didn't care for 6. Let's move on. 7 Secrets, number 1, which also came out not too long ago, gets a third printing. And I guess I'll pick that up also. Alrighty. For our covers of the week, we have The Amazing Spider-Man number 48, the Gabriel Dell'Otto cover, Captain Marvel 21, cover B by Jenny Frison, The Flash 761, the In-Huk Lee cover, and the cover of the week is Wonder Woman 762, the Joshua Middleton cover. And I guess every week Wonder Woman comes out, he'll probably get the cover of the week. All right. For the books of the week, we have Cyberpunk 2077 Trauma Team number 1 by Cullen Bunn and Vladorama. Dark Knight's Death Metal Trinity Crisis #1 by Snyder and Manipool. The Rise of Ultraman #1 by Higgins and Mana. And the book of the week for me is Flash 761 by Williamson and Porter. And this is maybe the second to last issue for the finish line. All right, guys, I did it this week. Didn't think it was going to happen, but I think we have found some type of rhythm. And that is it. Get to the comic book stores, buy your books, read your books, and love them. And I will catch you at the same bat time and at the same bat channel. Peace.